Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Remember11, The Age of Infinity. Now let's find out if this is indeed the real ending, the bona fide ending that we have searched so hard and long for. So let's find out. The second hand continued to carve away the seconds one after another. Inside the cabin, silent as the grave, only the sound of the hand's movements could be heard. Yomogi had yet to return. Uni had been encouraging me until only a while ago had sunk into a deep depression. Uni was worried after all. In any case, he's much too late. But something happened to Yomogi. Although I don't want to believe anything happened, if he did meet with some misfortune, it would be my fault. Feelings of inconsolable guilt began to tear apart my body as I thought of that. I grasped my watch with both hands. The newspaper was right, and the time at which the avalanche would occur was quickly approaching. If I remembered correctly, it was at 6:53. Not even 2 hours left. It'll take slightly under an hour to get to location X, no matter how much I hurry. If Yomogi had some accident that left him unable to move, and if his condition left him to seek help at location X. I won't make it unless I leave this cabin right now. Don't do it! Yomogi would get caught up in the avalanche and die. Wait a second. So, here's what happened. She went on to the crash site. Okay. And then she searched around there some. Met Yomogi. And at that time, they fell down the thing. And they met Mayuzumi and Uni. And then 6:53 happened. At about that time. On their way back. They didn't... I don't... How far did they actually go? Wait, no. Wait, no, they made it back to the cabin. Oh, good grief. I can't keep track of this thing. I can't keep track of it at the time. I don't even care. Seems like, it does seem like, yeah, I think I do. I did remember, did forget that he hurt his leg there. And she tried to treat it. And then she ran out, and then, yeah. That's what happened that time. So, yeah, there was that moment there. Yeah, it would take an expert to be able to keep track of these timelines. However, there's no guarantee I'd make it back again if I head for location X, even if I warm myself up. Decomposed bodies. It has been confirmed that the three bodies had sustained a large number of lacerations, believed to have been caused by an avalanche they were caught up in soon after surviving the crash. I went over that sentence from the newspaper in my mind. I clutched at my head. What do I do? What should I do? Hey Satoru, what would you do? Something must be wrong with me trying to rely on Satoru at a time like this, but if it were Satoru, he'd be able to come up with the best course of action while maintaining his composure. To me, Satoru was a person who I could put my confidence in. Satoru, what should I do? He was hugging his knees and crying. Uni's words were the trigger. That's right. What was I hesitating for? Let's all return together, not leaving a single person behind to die. We'll all return together. That's what we promised. And besides, it was Yomogi who brought me to this cabin right after the crash, while I was still unconscious. These past 7 days, he had saved us time and time again. If he hadn't been here, we probably wouldn't have survived this long. It's true that there was no guarantee I'd be able to return safely even if I left now. But hadn't Yomogi gone out in order to save me, even though he himself wasn't certain that he'd be able to return safely? For me to abandon him despite that. This time I'll be the one to save him. Stood up once again full of spirit. Once on my feet, I checked over the state of my body. My feet weren't unsteady. They were supporting my body properly. It's okay, I can walk. After confirming that, I walked to the door.
ちょっとどこ行くの？よもぎさんを探してきます。無茶よ。ここで待ってるべきだわ。心、ダメだよ。ありがとう。ユニのおかげで温まった。眉住さんとユニはここを動かないで。
Dang, only that opened the door? Go outside.
雪止んでる。
The snowstorm that had worried us continuously had stopped as if it had never existed to begin with. Also sunlight, yeah. Began to grow brighter from the east. The settling snowstorm was convenient for me. This will make it easier to spot Yomugi as well. If it's like this, I might reach the area 1 kilometer east of the cabin, location X, more quickly than before. Yomugi must be somewhere between here and that place. Yomugi-san, please be safe. Praying with all my might, I took my first step into the snow, arrived at the gentle slope leading all the way up to the summit, and began running up it. It was the second time today, and on top of that, my physical strength was nearing its limit, so I quickly ran out of breath. The gentle slope felt long and endless. I tripped in the snow and fell countless times, but even so I continued to advance as if crawling. Turned my head toward the voice and saw Uni and Mayuzumi following me. They had probably flown out here in a panic, as Mayuzumi wasn't even wearing a coat. If those two went to location X as well, then this would all be meaningless. It'll be just like what was written in the newspaper. Oh, that's pretty demanding, actually. I shouted at them as forcefully as I could, and once again began climbing fiercely up the slope. The sky above the outline of the ridge was dyed a light orange. It's snowing, I have to hurry. This is definitely seeming different. As if whipping my own body onward, I was somehow able to climb up to the top of the slope. Unable standing longer, I crouched down, almost falling over. My heart was beating furiously, and my chest felt very tight, as though the claw of an eagle was gripping it. Closing my eyes, I hurriedly tried to control my breathing. I wiped sweat from my brow. I yelled in a hoarse voice, trying to cheer myself on. Swallowed my saliva to help moisten my dry throat. I put strength into my numb and shaking legs, raised my head slowly, opened my eyes, and looked up at the path ahead of me. Okay, this is definitely feeling like this might be the proper ending. It's new pictures, never before seen pictures. Before my eyes was an ocean stretching across the horizon. There was an ocean? Crap, they should have been like Castaway, Tom Hanks in Castaway, and built a raft and gotten the crap out of there. Oh, grabbed as many supplies as they could before, and hope for warmer waters. Well, I guess if you went in the water, that would be bad right away. But if you stayed on the route and went to warmer waters, then that would be good. Is this an illusion? Even though it was an illusion, the smell of the tide tickled my nose. White waves surged toward the coast. Water was all I could see across the horizon. And from there, the first rays of sunrise was beginning to peep out. Though this isn't an illusion, the rays of the rising sun shone dazzlingly upon my body. Did I transfer? Oh, that is... No, that's not Satoru's body. Thinking that, I turned my head. Behind me there was a large circular depression in the ground in the shape of an earthenware bowl. There was nothing resembling a mountain to be seen anywhere. In the middle of the depression was the cabin we had been staying in. Uni and Mayuzumi were trying frantically to catch up with me. I hadn't transferred, I was still at Mount Akira. I didn't switch bodies either. I'm still Fuyukawa Kokoro right now. But we didn't notice this ocean? That would be something that I would think would be noticeable, you know. You're thinking, yeah, that abominable snowman, you know, he's blending in well. Yeah, the large pool of water. I don't see anywhere, you know. I don't. Nope, not here. Okay, this is definitely. What? What is this? What is this? What is this? I want to know. What is this? What is this ocean? We had the location X just a few hours ago. There was no ocean. So she is going in the same direction. That is. What the crap is going on? She climbed to the top of the summit. It was supposed to continue in downhill slope the rest of the way. Sure of it. Because I actually went to location X, where I thought the emergency supplies had been dropped. The entire 1 kilometer before location X should have been all continuous snowy mountain. But then why an ocean? First of all, this is Mount Akira, 1298 meters above sea level. Wow. There shouldn't be an ocean here. There's no way there can be. Thinking logically, no, there's another problem even before that. I had made a mistake somewhere. Something's wrong, this is crazy. Does this mean that space-time had distorted and Mount Akira is now connected to another place? Oh, that sucks to be Yomogi if that's the case. The boundary of the place where we are right now is a complete 180 turn from the real world. It's as if another world is spread out before me. I fell to my knees. The limits of my comprehension had been exceeded. The world is broken. The things I thought were absolute had completely crumbled and disappeared. What was reality? What was fiction? If there was any such thing as reality in this world in the first place, I didn't understand anything. Before I noticed, he had caught up with me. Seeing the ocean, his eyes widened. He cheered and continued running down the slope. We shouldn't do anything carelessly when we don't know what's going on. You ran along the coast. Mayuzumi, in just her suit, had completely forgotten about the code and stood there dumbfounded. Stumbling, she followed Uni down the slope. Now stay away from the water. It's dangerous. Panicking, I followed the two of them. Catching up to Mayuzumi while she was still on the coast, I clung to her. Apparently it's still cold with her breath there. I had an ominous premonition. A vague feeling of anxiety. Something was happening, something that couldn't compare with anything that had happened up until now. That's what it felt like. Mayuzumi was now coming closer to me instead. Erosion. Sudden erosion. A sudden attack of erosion happened. That's what happened. Uni shouted in surprise as he scooped up water from the beach. Well, I thought he shouldn't touch it. I didn't understand. Anyway, we didn't know its true nature. What nature does the ocean hold? Does it hold water? Nature? Yeah, okay, that was stupid. That was why I felt we shouldn't get near it. I frantically shook my head.
違うの
There wasn't an ocean here just a few
違う
hours
のよ
ago. Mayuzumi suddenly gasped.
まさかあのおっさん一人で逃げたんじゃだから
Oh,
違
wow.
うの何が違うのよこんな海ついさっきまでなかったのよ
Perhaps pressured by my frantic appearance, Mayuzumi took her head, a dubious expression on her
じゃ
face.
あよもぎさんはどこへ行ったの
That's a good question. This game's gonna make me take up drinking something harder than Dr. Pepper. That's right, where had Yomugi gone? Yomugi had followed me to location X and never returned. Now location X had disappeared. Now stretching in front of my eyes, there was an ocean. Where did Yomugi go? He's stuck somewhere else, I guess. He's like, there was a cabin here. Where'd the cabin go? They're like, where does this huge ocean come from? He's like, cabin? Cabin? Maybe he's related to Tom Cabin, huh? That's a stretch. It couldn't be. Is he somewhere in this
嘘
ocean?
でしょ
Frightened, I stumbled and fell onto the snow. Because if anything had happened to Yomogi, it'd be my fault.
誰
At
か
that moment, my head shot up in response to Uni's voice. On the coast, I saw the silhouette of a person running toward us. He was still far away, so I couldn't see him that well, but there was no mistaking it. It had to be Yomogi. Okay, good. Forget I said anything. Apparently, I don't know anything. Feeling relieved deep down inside, I stood up. I started dashing toward the silhouette. I shouted at the top of my lungs as I ran. I ran. The sunrise shone in on us. The sunlight was strong enough to blind me. Violent waves were drawn in from the sea, and silver white snow sparkled in the sunlight. The silhouette approached from within the glittering sunlight. Little by little, the outline of the silhouette became clearer, and then I suddenly realized it.
よもぎさんあんなロングコート着てたっけ
Not only that, was Yomogi that slender? Hmm.
よもぎさん
My feet stopped their forward charge. As I shielded my eyes from the sunlight with one hand, my eyes suddenly froze on what they
あ
saw.
なたは
Got the feeling I know who it is. That isn't Yomogi. That's... Oh, I'm not even in control of... That's... Something in this... Am I in control again? No, I'm not in control. I go. I'm no longer in control of this story. My voice shook. My heart was throbbing so intensely, it felt like it'd fly out. My body stiffened as I opened my eyes wide.
あな
A person who shouldn't be here.
たサト
Yeah, okay. The one whom I had always wanted to see. The one whose words I wanted to hear, spoken in his own voice. Even though we hadn't spoken even once, it felt like he was the person I was closest to. Totally not gonna be awkward with Mayuzumi, a partner who is more reassuring than anyone, a companion I could believe in more than anyone, a friend I felt closer to than anyone. I always wanted to meet him. But this can't be real. There's no way this could really be happening. We shouldn't be able to meet here. He was someone who shouldn't be here. Yukito Satoru. He existed right before my eyes. It's almost as if this were a Deus Ex... Oh my gosh, wow, I butchered that one. To me, this was an event equivalent to a miracle of God. Satoru had stopped running and was now standing in front of me, staring at me. Satoru and I stood on the beach, gazing at each other's faces as the sun. Good grief! Why? Oh,
なんでサトルがここに
I was barely able to get those words out. Is the Satoru standing in front of me the real thing? Is what I'm looking at right now real? Is this world real? Word of the day is real. Satoru was looking back at me in surprise as well. Yeah, I was about to say, you looked pretty shocked a minute ago. But then he suddenly nodded his head repeatedly as if he understood everything.
やはりそういうことなのか。
Well, voice. We got a voice. Indeed. It was the first time I heard his voice, his words. However, it felt as if it wasn't real. This world lacked anything that was real.
サトルねえどうして
話は後だ。
Okay. My voice was interrupted by a stern expression.
急がないと大変なことになる。
大変
What are you saying? What do you mean? Tell me. Tell me. Satoru?
お前たちはここで待ってるんだ。
You guys? What do you mean by you guys? Is it slander or something? Turning my head, Mayuzumi and Yuni were there. The two of them were standing there dumbfounded, their eyes fixed on Satoru. Hey, I'm not crazy! I'm not crazy! All of a sudden, Satoru broke into a run. Be funny if Kokoro stopped and did the I'm not crazy dance. Look, it's the real guy. Satoru didn't turn around even when I called to him. He's getting further and further away. Satoru? What's leaving? His back? Was getting further and further away. He's going to leave me behind. No. I don't want that. Don't leave me behind. Don't leave me alone.
ついてくるな。
His words didn't enter my ears. With only a feeling of not wanting to be left behind, I chased after Satoru's back. Because even if this wasn't reality, the only one I could rely on now was Satoru. And everybody else joins. Because why not? Satoru was to me an inseparable existence. And they will part from one another like twins in one body, sharing the same fate. That's why I absolutely won't miss my chance. I won't let him go. I'll follow him. I'll chase him. In order to find my other half, I'll keep chasing after him no matter where he is. Okay. They're really elaborating on this, ain't they? That's right. Yes, they are elaborating very much on this surpassing light and exceeding infinity. The age of infinity? I just realized something. If it had been a proper ending earlier, I would have gotten an ending scene. What was I thinking? Is that what this is, or is this more of the story? What was I thinking? I should have known that. I've played these games before. I should have known that. this one, there's no real translation there. Hopefully everything's put in right. The intro movie works perfectly and has English in it. Maybe they didn't do this one. Sounds a little familiar. Is this the music from Remember11? Is it? It sounds like it's a slightly different version of the one from Remember11. Which, by the way, I heard a lot. Going, trying to get all them different endings there, and screwing up. And you can't skip them. You can't like go through them. You just gotta listen to it and listen to it every time. Oh, okay. We got an English word here, so I guess we're good. So I'm guessing now it will be appropriate to start a new game. I wonder what does it didn't register that one ending. I might need to do that again just to see if maybe that was a mistake. It didn't register. But it might have been. I've been right though. And do not adjust your screen. That is not static there. Oh, that's a lame joke. Is that even a relevant joke? Would people nowadays even know what that meant? With cable programming and sort. I guess, I mean, of course, some people nowadays, obviously, but like younger people, would they know about the snow channels that have like 9 channels of snow and 3 channels of television? Yeah, very many snow channels. I can't read any names, but good work, guys. Good work. Good game. I don't know everything yet, because there's about 50,000 other endings there, or to be more precise, like 27 endings. Well, it's between 26 and 50,000, somewhere in there. Yeah, I think I've done about 7 or 6 or 7, maybe 8. I can't remember. Okay. Anything after this? Whoa.
7月20日、天気、晴れ。眩しい陽光が、風鈴の音が、子供たちのはしゃぎ声が、夏を彩っている。こうしていると、雪山にいたことが悪い夢だったように思える。あまりにも過酷な、真冬の夜の夢。しかし、確かに私は、飛行機の墜落事故に巻き込まれ、遭難して1週間を避難小屋で過ごした。そのことを今も私の足に小さく残る凍傷の跡が物語っている。そして私は人格交換も体験した。私はスフィアにも同時に存在したのだ。白チュームでも妄想でもないと今ならばはっきりと言える。あの悪夢のような1週間、私は あの小屋にいて、そしてスフィアにもいた。ユにも、よもぎさんも、まゆずみさんも、うつみさんも、ほとりちゃんも、サトルも、確かにそこにいた。ここに新聞記事がある。あの避難小屋にあった記事と同じものだ。もう一度読んでみよう。今年1月、青森県赤倉岳に HAL18 便が墜落し、27人が死亡した事故に関連して、青森県警は新たに男女3人の遺体を収容したことを発表した。収容された遺体はすでに死後6ヶ月が経過しているために腐乱が激しく、まだ身元をはっきりと断定できていない。HAL18 便に乗っていた乗員乗客のうち、未だ発見されていなかった残る3人にほぼ間違いないとしている。遺体はいずれも赤倉岳避難小屋から東へ 1km 離れた場所で見つかっており、遺体には雪崩に巻き込まれた際に受ける裂傷も多数確認されていることから、3人は墜落直後は生存していたものと考えられる。しかし発見場所は下山ルートからは離れているため、遭難者の死亡当日の足取りについて青森県警では調査を進めている。青森気象観測所によると、この時期に赤倉岳の該当箇所周辺で発生した雪崩は2011年1月17日午前6時53分であることが分かっている。赤倉岳避難小屋に残されていた痕跡とも照らし合わせると、3人はおよそ7日間を生き延びたことになる。なお、唯一の生存者として楠田ユニ君11歳が奇跡的に救助されている。ユニ君の精神状態は半年を過ぎた今も安定せず、堅くなに口を閉ざしている。青森県警はユニ君の回復を待って詳しい状況を聞くことにしている。18便の墜落事故では、今回の3人の遺体の発見により、乗員乗客31人中新たに発見された遺体の身元は以下の通り。よもぎ誠二さん35歳、眉住凛さん23歳、冬川心さん20歳。皮肉にも救助隊の到着は雪崩の発生から約7時間後だったことを付け加えておく。ヤーチャイカ、私はカモメ、テレシコアの言葉になぞらえて、私は自分自身を公表した。私はカゴメと。そう、私は確かにカゴメだったのだ。
Stupid game. Okay, now this is definitely a proper ending now. Okay, how's she reading a newspaper that... Thank you. Now starting. Promotional flyers, magazine front covers. Okay, cool. Let's save it. Whoa, we got a new picture here. Cool. So... Why was she reading a newspaper that was written about her death? Very strange. This will be a long one. This is already a long one, so let's first off see what it says. Wait, did I overlook? No, I didn't overlook it. Kokoro chapter, good end. Okay, we got it. We got it. Okay. Let's look on down here. Guess that's it. Whoa, we missed the whole chapter there. How did that happen? Okay. So cool. Cool. So we got an ending. Got a proper ending. Don't know what it means, but we got an ending. So it's a little bit later than I thought it would be, getting an ending. But well, I'll take it, I guess. So I do sincerely hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall see you guys in the next one, where we begin like we did a minute ago. Well, not a minute ago, but a couple episodes ago, or whenever it was, I can't remember. And we do Satoru's route, because I'm pretty sure that's what I unlocked. That's the only way we can influence the story more, is from Satoru's end. Yeah, and I would say that's the only way we can influence the story anymore than what it has been. Gotta influence both sides. Wait, I'll see you guys in the next one. Very well there.